Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. We are from Group 6 and our group will present about compact installation of RC square pile, RC span pile and ball pile construction.
First is the introduction. Piling is defined as being foundations that are driven or bored through the ground along a certain length of area to carry and transfer load to soil considered to be weak in a structure due to the soil condition. Installation of pile of RC square pile. The first one, pitching of pile. Piles should be pitched accurately in the position as shown on the drawing. Next, driving of pile. Each pile should be driven continuously until the specific site and or depth have been reached, unless otherwise approved by the SO. Next, the pre-boring and jetting of pile. Pile should not be pre-bored without the written approval of the SO. Next, the repair of damaged pile head. The head should be replaced with concrete of similar grade or higher. Next, the lengthening of piles. The new concrete should be of the same grade or higher as the original concrete on the pile and should be adequately compacted. Next, the pile joint. The bending strength test of pile joint should be done for laterally loaded piles only to determine the bending capacity at each respective joint. And finally, the cutting and preparing of pile heads. While a pile head has been driven to the requirement set or depth, the head of the pile should be cut off to the level specific or shown on the drawing.
Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. Okay, my name is Muhammad Nabil Fahmi. Okay, for this slide, I will tell about spun concrete pile. What is spun concrete pile? Spun concrete pile is the size generally starting from 300 to 1200 millimeter outside diameter. They are fabricated by press dressing method. Okay, and generally for spun pile, which large diameter ranging from 950 meter to 1676 meter called a cylinder pile. Usually pile section are 12 meter long, but in special case it can goes to 20 meter. Okay, advantage of using spun pile is smaller, amount permeable than reinforced pile. Okay, next slide is the material of spun pile. What is the material inside of spun pile? It starts with concrete, and the concrete that usually used is the Portland cement. Okay, and then the reinforcement of the concrete. The reinforcement is the pre-stress from the pre-stress method, and it was the cylinder reinforcement, and then transfer of pre-stress. Okay, and then end plate for the joint between the two piles, and the last one is the pile shoes that is for the easily pile to driven into the soil. That's all from me. Thank you. Okay, for installation of RC span pile is same with RC square pile.
Hi, I'm Sadhvir. So I will be talking about bowl pile construction. Bowl pile is also known as drilled shaft or replacement pile. It is normally utilized for building establishment for structure strength and stability. It helps to adequate the bearing limit and settlement qualities. Bowl pile are specific for building or structure that impose loads in terms of thousands of tons. It is famous in urban areas because it's negligible and also produce minimal vibration. The piles of variable length can be extended to suitable bearing material. That is the specialties of bowl pile. Borehole installation. Stage 1 drilling. Borehole will be drilled by using bucket or auger, which will be driven by vibrating hammer twisting into the hole. Stage 2. The rotation of auger vibrating will stop when the design depth is reached. Stage 3. The auger will be withdrawn and immediately concrete will start filling up into the hole. Stage 4. The concrete injection will fill up till the mouth of borehole and the concrete type recommended are Poland type. Stage 5. The reinforcement cage positioning to enhance the structure stability and strength.
The comparison of pile. The purpose of square pile is used in foundation to increase the bearing capacity and to reduce settlements at site with weak compressible soil. Aviation, industrial and civil construction, like railway, highway and bridge. Install condition for square pile is in saturated clay. For span pile, a pre-stressed concrete pile with circular hollow section widely used in the world construction. For example, high-rise building, bridge, marine structure, power station, and school. Power station and school. Can you sorry, condition in various type of because it is highly effective in resisting bending moment. For bore pile, installed in the ground by a variety of methods, they transmit high structural load into lower load-bearing soil. Specific for building and other structure that impose load into in the thousand of ton. So condition is fine grain soil for high clay or silt.
For the conclusion, constructing a safe building is a vital technique, where the rise of multi-story building demands the development of deep foundation as well. The pile foundation method is the most used method for build deep foundation. So the first of all is the bore piles. The bore piles offer the largest bearing capacity and provide the quickest method of locating a pile in the earth. Next is the spun pile, where the spun pile is cost and time effective, where because of they use the precast concrete, so the time is the quickest for using in any construction. Next is the square pile, where square pile is the standard version, where it is a human-made precast concrete, and it also gives same as the spun pile, but it is a basic pile where it only used for basic houses, or embankments, or drains, and other mini construction. Next is the pile foundation is safe and sound, and it is dependable for the foundation. So a foundation is usually consists of different layers of piles. Pile is usually selected because of the following properties of the pile. The first of all is the nature of the structure. Next is the loading condition. Next is the type of soil and its properties. Next is the ground table, and next is the facilities of the pile driving. And lastly is the maintenance for the cost. According to the Michael Tomlinson and John Woodward, precast concrete piles principle is the best suited for marine structure and also prove very beneficial in the structures where timber piles are likely to be weakened by the insect. That's all. Thank you.